This is Kristen Heemstra, your college and career coach, and I want to talk to you about some of the options available after you graduate from high school, starting with a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree, and then a little bit beyond. So what I have up right now is Wake Tech. So most states have some type of community college system. North Carolina has a very strong one. Virginia also has a very strong one. And California, they have, it's just part of their whole entire system. So what the 2-year systems can offer that 4-year can't is they have 3 different types of degrees. They have an associate degree, which is a 2-year degree. Then they also have kind of a transfer program. And then finally, they have terminal degrees or certifications, basically. So if you want to go to, let's say your goal is to go to UNC or to UNC Asheville or a 4-year, you can go to Yale actually from a community college. But let's say that you have this idea that you want to go to a 2-year school for a while. It's a great way to save money. I personally went to a 2-year school in between my undergrad and graduate work because I needed to make up some credits, and I loved it. I went through the NOVA system, Northern Virginia Community College system. And what I found is that the teachers there are very engaged. Like that's their main job. They don't have all these other things going on. So I found the faculty there pretty phenomenal. So what you can do and what a lot of students will do is take prerequisite classes or take classes they don't necessarily want to take at a 4-year university. Those could be physics, a psychology class, a math class, foreign language, whatever. You can pick up that class at a community college and most state institutions will accept it. So, and then they also have college and university transfer programs. So if you want to earn your associate's degree and transfer, they have very specific things that you can do in order to make that happen. Make sure you talk to the people at the community college system level, whether it's Cape Fear, whatever community college system you're in, and make sure those credits are aligned with the university because there's a lot, it's not easy to figure out, in my opinion. But the other thing that you can do is you can get what's called a terminal degree or a certification in a 2-year college like Wake Tech. And I pulled up electric systems technology because it's a great way if you don't want to go to a 4-year school and you want to make a decent wage. Their electrical repairers and commercial equipment, they're doing $22. You can make $34 an hour. The more you know, the better it is. And these are not programs you're going to find in a traditional university. These are programs that you're going to find in a 2-year school or a specialty school. And it's a great way to make a really good wage. It doesn't take a long time to do the curriculum and you come out on top of things. So I'm a huge fan of the community college system and everything they have to offer. Please know that some of the classes are offered through the Career and College Prep Series, the CCP, and your high school may allow you access to some of those classes. So that's an important thing to keep in mind because you can get a lot of these classes. Not a lot. You can get some done at the high school level, and then you go in with even more credits, and you can really condense, if you wanted to condense your academic experience, that is definitely a possibility. The other thing I want to talk about is just so a 4-year institution, there's a difference, a college and university. A college is something that stops at a 4-year education. So they're not going to offer any graduate programs. Their focus is going to be completely on the undergraduate experience. So one of the more famous colleges, I'll just type it up, is Williams College. They're super competitive, very, very hard to get into, but they're just kind of known as one of the more impressive liberal arts colleges in Massachusetts. And they're going to offer 4-year degree. That's it. You're in there for 4 years, most likely 4 years, and then you're out. Where we're seeing some challenges right now is that not all kids are able to get all classes. So something when you look at a college you may want to consider. And then there are other programs I'm going to pull up this one. So this is a small college in Pennsylvania. It's called Seton Hill, not Seton Hall, but Seton Hill. And the reason I pulled it up is because they are doing this cool program for physician assistant, where you can get your undergrad or graduate degree being a physician assistant, and it's 5 years. So 1 year plus, you get your master's. And so that's really nice. For those of us who have master's degrees, typically you go for your undergraduate and then you continue on a couple years and get your graduate. But to be able to get all of this in 1 year, and physician's assistants make very, very good money, that may be something to consider. Not all programs are set up like Seton Hill. I bring this one up because they have a very high pass rate. They're a competitive school, and they're one not a lot of people know about. And the other one I just want to bring up is, you'll see, this is out of UNC, the dual master's, bachelor master's program. Again, you can get that in as little as 5 years. You'll see different programs also have MBA offerings, physical therapy offerings. There's all kinds of different things. But you want to kind of pay attention to this when you're exploring your different options, because if you're already thinking about getting a master's degree, getting an early start on it is not a bad idea. However, you do need to know what you want to do, and a lot of people don't, and it's totally fine. But it is just something to file away in the back of your mind. So let's just kind of go over this real quick. If you are in school for 2 years, you can get an associate's degree, an AA. And they also have an associate's degree in science, or an AS. If you do 4 years of education, you get your bachelor's degree, a BA, Bachelor of the Arts, BS, Bachelor of the Sciences. And then if you do beyond that, you get a master's degree, Master in the Arts or Master in the Sciences. And then if you go even beyond that, you can get your doctoral degree, a PhD, an ED, doctorate. There's all kinds of different things to do that. But that's just kind of how these programs are laid out. So when you begin this process, if you have the end in mind, it's a great way to do it. But best of luck to you, and do think about all the options that are available to you at this time.